What's up guys, Mickle here, and there's been a ton of FUD going around recently that Ripple's new stablecoin is going to replace XRP. The other day, a member of Ripple came out and said that they're actually going to be using their new stablecoin in their cross-border payments products, and a lot of people were left asking the question, does this mean XRP no longer has a purpose? Well guys, in this video, I want to show you why XRP is still absolutely critical to the equation, and also why this new stablecoin is just going to cause XRP's price to go even higher. Guys, a lot of people are really missing the mark on this. I'm going to break this down. Not enough people are paying attention to what really matters here. I also want to talk about some really exciting news that I believe proves the best incentive is no incentive. Guys, if you're not sure what I'm talking about, make sure you stick around for this whole video because this is fundamental to how the XRP ledger operates. Like always, your support means so much to this channel. Thank you to everyone who likes the video and to subscribe to the channel. Guys, these two things really do help me out so much. Also, if you ever need a place to buy some XRP, make sure to check out my favorite exchange uphold down in the description of this video. With that said though, let's jump right into it, and I hope you guys enjoy the content. Because I want to start this video out and talk about why the best incentive really is no incentive. And this is something that's been a hot topic of debate in the XRP community because it's extremely different than most other blockchains out there. Like many of you probably know, when you mine Bitcoin, you're providing a validation service to the network and thus getting rewarded in Bitcoin. When you stake Ethereum, you are providing validation services to the network and thus you receive a reward in Ethereum. But if you provide validation services to the XRP Ledger, you actually don't get any reward. And some people have said that this is a bad thing. It causes the XRP Ledger to be more centralized. And other people have said, no, this is critical because when you have people being paid to provide services, they actually have a different incentive than the network itself. I'm going to break that part down in a minute, but the exciting news that we just saw the other day is actually SBI, a massive Japanese bank, is now providing validation services to the XRP Ledger. The reason this is so exciting is because this is really the thesis behind people providing validation power to the XRP Ledger playing out in real time. The goal of the XRP Ledger was always to create a utility for major financial institutions to use, and because those major financial institutions wanted the XRP Ledger to function properly for their own intended use cases, they would provide validation power to make sure the XRP Ledger stays strong, robust, and functional. So essentially, they don't need a monetary reward in order to provide validation power to the network because their monetary reward comes in the fact that they are actually getting a fast, efficient, space-age network that anyone can use. So guys, the theory behind the XRP Ledger is essentially that people are going to provide resources to keep it up and running because it's a public utility that people want to remain healthy and robust. Other networks like Bitcoin have relied on the fact that, hey, they essentially reward people monetarily for contributing to the network. And while this does have its benefits in terms of decentralization into the retail level, I believe it creates issues because ultimately you always have a monetary incentive to do what's best for you rather than what's best for the network. So say, for example, you have the ability to front run some transactions because it earns you a higher fee, you're going to do that even if it's not necessarily the best thing for the network. In the XRP Ledger's case, you don't have that monetary incentive to do things that are bad for the network. And instead, everyone who's contributing the validation power is doing so because it is good for the network that they all use and they all want to remain healthy. Ultimately, the really exciting news here is just that the big banks are coming online as validators. I believe we're going to see more and more of this, especially as we move away from the Ripple SEC case and more big institutions are onboarded. Guys, this theory to me has always been the best way to run a network. And I think the more and more issues we see come up with staking and possibly even mining in terms of the energy intensity, I think the best incentive is actually no incentive is going to get more and more compelling. And the XRP Ledger was just there before anyone else realized it. I want to move on though and talk about something that's been getting a lot of FUD recently, and this is something I'm really excited to talk about, and that is the XRP Ledger stablecoin. Guys, a lot of people are coming out recently and saying Ripple's replacing XRP with a stablecoin. What's the purpose of XRP if you do have this stablecoin? Why would Ripple release this if they were already using XRP? And I want to answer all those questions, but also at the end of the video, actually talk about why this stablecoin is actually going to contribute to XRP's price. Guys, first of all, what you need to understand is stablecoins are critical in any ecosystem. Stablecoins are critical to DeFi, and in general, anyone interacting with an ecosystem wants to be able to have the ability to hold their money in a dollar-denominated unit or escape volatility. The XRP Ledger desperately needed a good stablecoin, and because Ripple is one of the most trusted cryptocurrency companies on earth, they were the obvious choice to provide this stablecoin. The other reason a stablecoin is so significant is because stablecoins are critical to how the traditional financial system operates. So Ripple being able to offer financial institutions the ability to use a stablecoin is going to be critical to them fully adopting these networks. You cannot tell these different institutions, hey, adopt our products even if they don't work for you. Ripple needs to be building solutions for institutions that work best for them, and most big institutions are used to low volatility, stable products, and that's why a stablecoin is going to be perfect. Now guys, some people are wondering, does this mean institutions are only going to use this stablecoin and not XRP? And to me, there's absolutely no way. First of all, every single time you move the stablecoin, you're consuming XRP. So right there, right, this stablecoin is using XRP. But it's actually a lot more intricate than that. One of the things we know is that the stablecoin is going to likely be on the automated market maker in a really big way. The automated market maker is going to provide a lot of the stablecoin's liquidity. And the more and more of the stablecoin we have in the automated market maker, the more XRP that's going to be locked up on the back end to provide liquidity to that stablecoin. So if the stablecoin grew to a size of a couple $100 million, well, that's going to lock up a couple 100 million XRP. So actually, while the stablecoin isn't technically backed by XRP, it's still locking up a massive amount of XRP in order to be used for liquidity. This is something that a lot of people forget. A premium stablecoin on the XRP ledger, because of the automated market maker, is going to take a bunch of XRP out of the circulating supply and lock that XRP up as liquidity. The other thing I want to talk about is that the stablecoin really doesn't replace XRP in any way, and let me talk about why. One of the most important things about XRP is it's decentralized and neutral. This is something the stablecoin's not going to be. The stablecoin is not going to be decentralized. Ripple is going to have full control over it, and it's not going to be jurisdictionless or counterpartyless. It is going to be linked to the US dollar. Not only that, it's going to have traditional financial system risk because it's going to be based on money market funds and different treasuries, all things that things like XRP don't have. So XRP still remains pristinely important in this system. It is still the jurisdictionless asset. It still is neutral from any counterparty. It's still decentralized unlike any other asset on the ledger. So XRP remains critically important and also critically unique. And the other thing we need to understand is it's still XRP creating liquidity between different assets on the ledger. What we are seeing in the automated market maker right now is XRP is the most liquid thing to most other assets. Therefore, as more and more assets are onboarded, they're likely not going to be made liquid to the stablecoin, but rather XRP. XRP's liquidity can be a massive benefit when it comes to scaling up liquidity. If you need more liquidity for the network, all you need is for XRP to go up in price, and this is something that is critical to creating extremely liquid markets. You need more money in the market, you need more liquidity, all you need is for XRP's price to go up. So guys, while Ripple is introducing this stablecoin, it's likely going to be made liquid to XRP either way, which is going to lock up XRP, and is going to be made liquid to other assets as well, which will also be liquid to XRP. What I really think we're seeing is a transition from XRP from a payments token to a liquidity token. And I think the more and more people embrace this, the more and more they're going to understand that a liquidity asset is actually a lot more important than a payment asset. Payment assets go from one place to another. There's a buy and a sell. Ultimately, it doesn't do a lot for price, but liquidity is critical for price, and the more liquidity you have, the higher the price of the token needs to be. XRP is becoming decentralized, pristine liquidity for the network and kind of moving away from its typical payment vehicle operation. It does not mean XRP is not important. In fact, in my opinion, I believe it's more important because liquidity is critical for any payment. Liquidity is critical for the stablecoin to work, and liquidity is critical for any other asset on the ledger. XRP as decentralized pristine liquidity, I believe, is a more bullish thesis over the long run as more and more assets come to the XRP ledger. And guys, the last thing I want to say that I think is very, very exciting is just this report released the other day breaking down the amount of assets, the amount of money moving around our financial system right now, because I think it's going to show you there's going to be a place for stable coins, there's going to be a place for liquidity tokens, but the market is so big, it's a little silly to get too wrapped up up in one asset taking it all over. Guys, this is actually from a MiCA regulation framework, which I think is interesting because this is essentially produced by a government. And what it says is right now we are looking at about 155 trillion being moved cross-border. And in 2028, that could get to 230 trillion. Guys, this breakdown right here is actually saying they believe Ripple could get up to 80% of this market. And guys, if Ripple was to get 80% of a $230 trillion market, do you really think it matters if a percentage of that's in a stable coin versus XRP itself? No, of course not, because at the end of the day, it is all on the XRP ledger. It is going to focus the big institutions' eyes on XRP, the investable decentralized asset on the network. None of the big institutions are going to be investing in the stable coin. Guys, XRP is being transitioned from a payment token vehicle to a decentralized liquidity provisioning tool for the network, which I believe is going to be so much bigger when it comes to building the internet of value. Yes, payments are important, but at the end of the day, most people just want to do payments in a dollar. Guys, in order for payments to work right, you need liquidity. You need an asset to function as oil for the entire network. That's what XRP is going to be. That's always what XRP has been. And I think we're evolving to XRP really reaching its full intended purpose. Guys, thank you so much for coming. I hope you enjoyed this update. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. It really does mean so much. And for now, Mickle out.